does research with residents, does that count? Like, how is that valued or how is that measured if you are, maybe a secondary author and then the resident's actually the primary author? Like, is that the same, or are we looking for all primary, authors for the scholarly work?
I think you raised a good question. Are you considered volunteer faculty appointment, or are you a paid full-time appointment? Because, right, sometimes because we have the health systems partners, that's the crutch, that's the bulk of our faculty. And, I will say that on the volunteer, I see a little one, big one.
Yeah.
But really it's that aspect, they're not always it's not always as structured in the rigorous mode. So I will say that we value it greatly. A clinical assistant, clinical associate is going to be a little bit different, right? And the committees can be really a bit more in terms of the criterion than saying a full titled individual, right? But the world doesn't care and they don't know it. So it doesn't matter in the end, right? So keep that in mind. So I think we should be able to, look, and you're right. I think having somebody send you samples of how they put theirs together. And I saw that Juan really gave you that, right, for the military to, transition in terms of how do you capitalize. But kudos, congratulations being a program director, right? Because we're not in that sea as often, but you have an amazing opportunity because you're going to have to make sure that you're doing, right, inspiring scholarly work. And remember, when you're completing, right, all those surveys, right, the next accreditation survey and really doing things for the residents, it's very easy to think about how can I really structure it so that I can get some information, right, in a pre and post intervention that then I can do, scholarly work with, right? And so I think that it's probably much more doable in your new upcoming. We're all happy. I see John, who has a lot of experience. I've been seeing him nod, and I don't see Grace visibly, but really in terms of, the groups that your Medit portal and, obviously as, John and his senior, right, roles that he's had, I think you have a great audience that you could send it to any one of us. And Janet happened to be a graduate of NJMS, so. I know her before that little one crossed over.
Yeah, way before.
I think that the reality for most of the medical schools is that faculty all faculty appointments are relying on adjunct faculty, part-time faculty, and volunteer faculty. And I think we need to review these definitions and the ranking system, because most of our faculty will be allocated in those categories. So we here at the UCC, right during this year, we need to review our faculty handbook, and we are planning to review that topic.
We don't use adjunct, and we do distinguish, we may say clinical associate versus associate. But we just came up with our major health systems affiliated. There's certain deliverables, especially those that might be program directors, because we've done a massive integration levels that are happening and they meet certain criteria, they will have full academic rank, right? So there will be not even that modifier attached to it, but I'm not a big fan of adjunct anyway, period. And I know it gets to be used for the research, but I'm not for us because of the type of work and how invaluable it is to the educational mission and the training mission, right? Because it's also for our residents as well.
Great. Any last questions? Dr. Cruz, you have a follow-up question?
I do. I'm sorry. So the last question I have, because we're trying to get more underrepresented, individuals in medicine in higher positions. The one thing, do we have any coaching? Like, does AAMC have, specific coaching that we can do that that maybe I just haven't tapped into or just wasn't aware, that can meet regularly. The one thing I did appreciate from the military is that was built in, like you were expected to do leadership, and there were regular sit-ins at different points in time saying, hey, why haven't you done X, Y, Z? And for me, it was very difficult to navigate academics. I mean, I feel like I finally got it. But the information took a while to get it, and looking at different sources.
I think there are programs that you could be involved in, right? So, I guess at your level, it might be the the Minority Faculty Development and Network, but then eventually I'm part of that advisory group, and I'm in the mid-fac when you're more senior. But I think that's an area where I think we haven't done enough. And depending upon where you're a member of a group, like I was, part of GFA, and they had a mentoring network. And I think we need to be thinking about that a bit more. And I think GDI and its planning, right? Because part of it is faculty advancement, right? As well as that, that's going to be the food for thought as we talk. And we're all coming together for the first time in a few years. So certainly I will keep that on the radar as we connect with one another. And then obviously with this new programmatic initiative with Leaders, why don't we develop that? That's why you're getting the career consultation sessions, but how do we do that? Because I work with the VA a bit, and it's true, they do an amazing job. And I'm like, wow, all the programs and certificates and, things that individuals can do to really understand leadership also. And I think we just have to learn, how to connect better and really.
Thank you.
Well, if I could just add, I think Dr. Cruz, Janet, you're bringing up excellent questions. And as we go through the next 4 to 5 days at LMSA, there's going to be a lot of opportunities to help us move Líderes and Listos and the alumni professional track to the next level, including some fellowships, some paid fellowships for faculty. So definitely, I really appreciate your thoughts and questions, and I hope you apply and other people as well. But I want to just give a special shout out again to Dr. Sola, Dr. Perez, and Dr. Soto Green for an excellent presentation. We're going to transition to the next breakouts. And remember, definitely come this evening to the suite so that you can continue to network, as well as tomorrow and Friday and Saturday. So thank you all.
It's good to see everyone. Take care. Huang, I haven't seen you forever, so hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, right? No, you're not coming to Philly?
No,
right.
You'll see me in DC.
But I will see you in DC in a week from now. So absolutely. It's great to see everybody. Take care.
Thank you.
Hi, Grace. How are you? It's been a while. It's been a moment.
Know. It's good to see all of you.
It's great to see you. I think you'll be at GDI, right? If I'm not mistaken.
No. I'm just going to be in my house.
Okay.
Be in my house for 2 years straight and probably, yeah. Anyway, good to see everybody.
Bye, Debbie. Good to see you. Take care. I'm surprised they're not kicking us out yet, but they will. But thank you, Orlando, as always, and Alvaro.
Of course, no problem. I got the easy job.
No, you did a very good job.
Maria.
I love your slide, Alvaro. I love, how you just kind of keep stacking. That is the maze. And it's nice to do it in building blocks. So I thought
this is a summary. Yeah.
Yes, but I like the way you did it. If you put it all in one, everyone would just say, holy moly, I need to give up.
It's complicated to understand. You need to visualize.
Yes, absolutely. All righty. So Hung, I see you next week.
See you next week.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Hi, Grace. Hi,
Hi,
Deborah.
Juan. How are you?
Juan.
Hi,
Hi,
Deborah.
Grace.
How are you? This is the only time I get to see you all.
Oh,
Me too.
I know.